What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Terrier Owner YouTube channel. Josh here with TerrierOwner.com. We've got Luna out as well for today's video. And today, guys, we are making a video that is basically a day in the life of a Jack Russell, or a day in the life of the owner of a Jack Russell. You know, what my typical day looks like with her, what it might look like if you have a new puppy that you just adopted. So we're going to cover all of those things. It's coming up next, so stick around. Alright guys, like we always say, if you're new to the channel, be sure to consider subscribing if you're not subscribed already. Be sure to give us a thumbs up on the video because that helps us out dramatically when you do that. Hit the notification button so you're notified in the future. And never forget to check out TerrierOwner.com. And now let's go ahead and dive into what a typical day with a Jack Russell Terrier looks like. As you can see here, it doesn't really matter if I'm at the table where we usually record these videos or on the couch. She is in the same spot willingly, so the day doesn't change that much, or as much as you would think. But a typical day, guys, starts off early in the morning, and it's pretty simple, just like any other dog, or probably most of your routines with your dog. It's just getting her outside to go potty and then feeding her. It's the first two things that happen in the morning. Once those two things are taken care of, then it is either a quick walk, depending on the weather, or she may stay outside out back just playing with Graham or interacting, you know, on her own. It depends on what's going on the day. It may be a walk, and it may just be doing zoomies in the backyard. It may be me interacting with her, or she might be out there with Graham. And what I mean by the weather, guys, is obviously a few of those things are eliminated. Like if it's raining, we're probably not going to go for a walk. And when she goes outside to go potty, it's going to be out quickly and then in quickly. Another consideration is the heat. If it's too hot, I mean, she's getting worked up and panting right now, and we're inside in the air conditioning. If it's too hot, she's not going to spend a ton of time, you know, out back. She's going to come back in, and like I've said in a lot of the video, guys, I work from home. So the next part of my day with her is really just the cleanliness kicks in at this point. You know, I have a gated room in the house. It's just a very large, you know, kind of like a back area rec room slash dining room kind of deal. So it is gated if I need them to be back there, like if I need to leave, but it's also where I work. So even if the gate's open to where they can free roam throughout the day and I'm back there, guess where they are, or where this dog is. I mean, she's gonna spend the majority of the day back there by my feet. You know, something to keep in mind with this dog is I also work near windows. So there's two big glass doors and there's two big windows. So she can hear other dogs barking outside, you know, local other dogs that are like neighbors. So if I'm working and on like a Zoom or some kind of call, she can make some noise. She'll start growling or she'll start barking back. She's not, you know, just that chill yet at her age. But for a majority of the late morning, early afternoon, that's kind of what you're looking at, is just hanging out with me while I go throughout my work day. You know, sprinkled into that, you know, 4 or 5 hour stretch there, I'll have lunch, and that's another good time to get her outside. Again, depending on the weather, she may stay out there a little bit longer. This could be, you know, up to an hour if she really is just having a good time doing her thing outside. And if she's behaving, you know, if she's barking or getting into a little barking war with another dog near us, then I'm going to bring her back inside because that's annoying. After that, guys, after the workday is kind of getting wrapped up, is when it's time to feed her again. So it's a repeat of the morning routine. Feed her, get her back outside, and then for the most part, you know, the general care items are crossed off your list with this dog. You know, she's been fed twice. When they're a puppy, keep in mind that you might be feeding them 3, maybe even 4 times a day to spread it out. It's typically recommended with a lot of dogs, but I know for a fact whenever I adopted her, the breeder had me start with 3 meals a day. So that's something else to keep in mind as well. Now we're approaching the evening time. She's had 2 meals. She's been outside plenty of times, depending on, you know, how my day went. We might have been for 1 walk already. And now we're at the point where we make a decision if we're going to do another quick walk too. Again, weather obviously impacts this, but you know, at this point, the family could go for a walk in the evening with her. You could just go outside and play out back. Now that the work day is over, you could go do something even, you know, more elaborate at this point. You know, go to a dog park, go for a run. This is where you could incorporate some exercise if you have time. You could also get that in the morning. I used to do that a lot. Now I've actually switched to the evening times, but this is your opportunity. You know, this time of the day, this early evening, late afternoon, this is when you want to tucker this dog out, because you know, now you've worked your full day, or you've taken care of the kids all day, whatever your situation is. Most likely, you know, coming up on 6-7 p.m., it's the time of the day where, I mean, if you're anything like me, it's time to relax. You don't really want a ton of commotion going on when it's starting to wind down into the later evening hours. So get her out, your Jack Russell out, I'm sorry, not Luna, I don't want you to steal my dog. Get them out and let them burn off some of that energy now, and then the rest of the evening is kind of chill time. So for us, you know, that's when we're, you know, we may be outside, again, depending on the weather, but if we're inside, it's typically like in the living room as a family, and both dogs are usually either tuckered out and kind of relaxing in the living room, or they may still be playing depending on their energy levels. So like her and Graham might do their little wrestling thing and play fight. It's completely playing the fighting that they do, but that's their time to kind of just hang out with each other, hang out with us, and wind down. And then, you know, after one more potty break before bed, that's really the end of the day. I've said in a lot of the videos that I do not have her sleep in the bed with me, so she is back in that room with Graham when she sleeps. So she's, you know, sharing a big oversized chair with Graham, and then there's like a dog bed on the ground depending on where she wants to lay. Graham picks and chooses every single night. Sometimes it's never the same. He might lay by the back door when the sun is shining and then lay on the oversized chair at night to sleep and zonk out, but that's the end of the day. I mean, when they're a puppy, things are a little bit different, so don't anticipate this if you're getting ready to adopt a Jack Russell that is very young, like 8 weeks. You know, the day doesn't look like that. You don't have to burn off as much energy with them. They're sleeping a lot. They're a lot calmer. They still want to be next to you, but it's actually easier when they're a puppy compared to like when they're like 4 to 10 months old is when they're kind of wild and rambunctious. But one thing I can promise you with this dog is no matter what your day looks like, you know, like today, for instance, you guys have seen plenty of my videos where we're sitting at that table instead and she's on my lap, and yes, I'm holding her for the purposes of the video, but I'm not holding her right now. She's free to go if she wants to, you know, go walk around and do her thing, but apparently she knows I'm making a video, and this is what she has decided to do during it. So that's something you're going to get out of this dog, like I've said in tons of the videos. You're going to get that clinginess. I mean, again, you know, go be free. Go do something, dog. No, I'm good. I'm going to stay here and hang. Unless you got a problem with that. I'm good. You want to stay? Or you want to go? Stay or go? That's my point. But yeah, guys, it's a video I haven't made, is just, you know, what a day looks like with a Jack Russell, you know, like what my routine is. Obviously it's simple, it's not very detailed and not a lot to elaborate on. You feed them, you let them outside, you show some attention to them, you get in some exercise, you wear them out, you know, wash, rinse, and repeat. At that point, that's what a day looks like. Awesome dog to have as, you know, like a partner or companion inside of the house with you for sure, but clingy for sure. Like I said, during my work day, doesn't matter what else is going on in the house, she's probably at my feet or somewhere near me, you know, while I'm at my desk, etc. You guys kind of just saw that though with how she was during this video. But for all of you who own Jack Russell Terriers, I would love to hear, you know, what differences you have in your day, especially if you don't work remote and it's a different kind of schedule because you have to find time to, you know, kennel them or whatever your setup may be. Be sure to drop those comments down below so we can all, you know, gain something from this kind of video. Again, if you haven't subscribed, consider doing so now. The channel has grown a ton and we hope it continues in this direction. Thumbs up on the video always goes a really long way for us getting seen by other individuals with Jack Russell Terriers. So a thumbs up is much appreciated. And hit that notification button so you're always notified every Sunday at 11 a.m. when the new videos come out. Never forget to check out terrierowner.com, and outside of that, guys, we will see you next Sunday for the newest video at 11 a.m. We appreciate you and take care.